Julius Malema is actually very, very wrong about Robert Mugabe. Let's go through his statements one by one. Number one, he says that Mugabe won elections and so he was not a tyrant. Firstly, there are clear indications that the elections in 2002 and 2008 were rigged elections with voter intimidation, voter suppression, and blatant vote buying and vote rigging. Things that Julius Malema would not accept in South Africa. Number two, he tells us that Robert Mugabe never presided over mass murder of our people. You don't know that. You should listen to Zimbabweans because he actually did preside over the mass killings of people in the 80s. People were killed in Lupane, people were killed in Cholotos in their thousands. Not only were they killed, they were raped, they were tortured, they were illegally detained. You, sir, do not get to rewrite the history of Mugabe. In fact, you should be taking notes and learning from the people who were affected, not trying to bury their truth for your political expedience. Mugabe didn't stop harassing and torturing people in the 80s. He continued with that pattern of brutality. He continued with an anti-poor agenda. And in the early 2000s, he even kicked out workers and informal traders in an operation called Operation Mrambatswina because he said that they were dirty and they should go back to the rural areas. You, sir, Julius Malema, do not have your facts. With all due respect, you do not have your facts. And lastly, you tell us that Mugabe, was a true champion of the radical movement. Sir, the man died in Singapore, in a Singaporean hospital. Isn't it the EFF manifesto that government officials should use public resources? Isn't it the EFF cardinal pillar that people should build state capacity? How can you support somebody who ruins state capacity? Lastly, in conclusion, right? I find it very, very strange that for people who are so social justice astute, that you are beginning to tell victims their own stories and how to interpret their pain. That is a shame.